Hello there, Adam from Wholehearted Breathwork. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to the primer breath, which is a breath we use at the beginning of breathwork sessions. So if you were to come and sit here and do a breathwork session with me, one of the first things I would introduce you to would be the primer breath. In a previous video, I covered the idea of conscious connected breathing, and just quickly to go over that again, the idea with conscious and connected breathing is there's no stop, start, pause. We breathe in, we breathe out. We breathe in, we breathe out. We bounce off the bottom and we bounce off the top. And in the previous video, I used the analogy of a ball bouncing. There's a split second where there's a turnaround, but there's no pause. And it would sound like now, once we understand how that conscious connected breathing works, we can then start to add different patterns of breathing. And with the primer breath, we do 10 breaths and then we hold for 10 seconds. And then we do 20 breaths. Using my hands is a bit weird because I don't have 20 fingers. And then we hold for 20 seconds. And then we do 30 breaths and we hold for 30 seconds. And this can be quite enough to move into a slightly altered state of consciousness. Maybe you will feel more grounded. Maybe you'll start getting out of your head, maybe into your body. A whole number of things can happen. If you're experienced with breath work, maybe you'll just get nice and comfortable and relaxed and in a place where you could move into a longer breath work practice. Please understand my recommendation, if you have never done this before, is to find yourself a breathwork facilitator and undertake at least the start of your breathwork journey with an experienced, educated, qualified practitioner of breathwork. That said, there's every chance you might get onto the internet and have a look at a whole bunch of videos and choose to try this by yourself at home. If you try it by yourself, please understand you need to take personal responsibility for your own health and wellness. This video is for educational purposes only. This does not form any kind of a prescription because I don't know you. I would love to work with you, and if you want to work with me, please get in touch. So I'm going to show you what this pattern looks like. If you want to try it for yourself and test it and see how it feels, please understand it is your responsibility to make sure that breath work is right for you right now. So let's move into it. I will breathe and hold. And you might see me use my hands just to indicate where the breath is. And if you choose, you can do this with me, or you can just watch and get an understanding of what the primer breath is. So, we want to be sitting in a nice upright posture where the chest's open. And we're going to be breathing into the heart space, into the chest. And we're going to be doing with a conscious connected breath. Now, we're not forcing. We are drawing the breath in and then we're just letting go to let the breath out. So we're not, there's no effort on the exhale. It's just a letting go. As our rib cage relaxes and compresses, the air just comes out. And we're aiming to get an inhalation and an exhalation of around about the same duration, the same length. And the connection is there's no pause. Okay, so we'll start now. I'm just going to get myself nice and comfortable because if you're going to breathe, you don't want any distractions. You want to be able to focus on the breath, so getting comfortable is important. You can do this lying down. When I do this with clients, it's generally in this position here, and we move into a lying down posture for the bigger breathwork journey. And we can talk about that another time. Get in touch if you're interested in experiencing it, and we'll see where that leads. Okay, you want to close your eyes down. Take a couple of breaths just to center yourself. Big exhalation out, just get all that air out. And then we'll start the breathing. One more. Exhaling all the way and holding for 10. And we start breathing again. Halfway. Last one. Holding for 20. And breathe. 30 this time. That's 10. Halfway. Ten to go. Five more. Last one. All the way out. Holding for 30. Ten. 20. 30. Exhaling if there's any left, or just inhaling in. And returning to your normal breathing pattern. Just taking a moment. And when you're ready, open up your eyes. And we're back. So you may experience any number of things with that primer breath. I always feel and find that I'm just that much more grounded when I've done the primer breath. If you feel like you're a little woozy or your body's not quite ready to do anything, sit for a little bit longer. What I often do myself with my practice after the primer breath is after that 30-second exhale, I will inhale, hold for 30, exhale, hold for 30, and I may do a few rounds of that. But that's just adding something on to the primer breath. Again, none of this is a prescription. If you choose to trial this yourself, please understand that it is your responsibility, and do take care of yourself. We'll leave it there for this video. Please, if you haven't followed Wholehearted Breathwork, you know how to do all of that on Facebook and on Instagram. And I'll continue to share more videos to introduce you to breathwork. If you are interested in doing breathwork with me, please get in touch.